placed the folder on the table with deliberate care, aligning it with the edge as if precision could soften what was inside. The kitchen was quiet except for the hum of the refrigerator and the ticking of the clock above the sink. Morning light filtered through the thin curtains, revealing dust in the air, dust that had settled over weeks of unspoken tension. Elena stood near the window. She had learned to stand often lately, sitting made her nauseous. One hand rested on the glass, the other curved instinctively over her stomach. 5 months pregnant, the child moved sometimes, small reminders that life was continuing even as something else was ending. "Read it," Victor said. His tone was neutral, businesslike. The same tone he used with suppliers, with employees he was about to let go. "I had the lawyer keep it clean. No unnecessary drama." Elena turned slowly. She looked at the folder but didn't touch it. "You didn't ask if I wanted this," she said. Victor sighed, rubbing his temple. "Because wanting has nothing to do with it. This is about reality. My company is bleeding money. Investors are pulling out. If things go the way I expect, there will be lawsuits. Creditors. And I'm a liability," she said quietly. He frowned. "Don't twist it. You're my wife. That's exactly the problem. Everything tied to me is exposed. This way, you're protected." Elena walked to the table and sat down carefully. The folder felt heavier than it should have when she finally opened it. Page after page of precise language dismantled their marriage with ruthless efficiency. "You decided this alone," she said. "Yes," Victor replied. "Because someone had to." She looked up at him. "What about the baby?" He hesitated for a fraction of a second, just long enough. "I'll support the child financially," he said. "Within reason. But right now I can't afford complications." Elena felt something inside her harden. Not break, harden. "And love?" she asked. "Does that fall under complications too?" Victor stood, pacing once across the kitchen. "Love doesn't keep the lights on. I'm trying to survive here." She watched him, realizing how far ahead he already was, already imagining a future that did not include her. The baby shifted, a small flutter low in her belly. She placed her hand there, grounding herself. "If I don't sign?" she asked. Victor stopped pacing. "Then lawyers get involved. Stress increases. I don't want that for you." For the pregnancy. It wasn't a threat, that was what made it worse. It was strategy. Elena picked up the pen. Her hand shook, then steadied. She signed once, then again. Each stroke felt final, surgical. Victor closed the folder immediately, relief obvious now that the risk had been contained. "I'll transfer some money today," he said. "You can stay here for a few days, get things in order." She didn't answer. She stood, walked past him, and went into the bedroom they had once shared. Behind her, Victor gathered the papers that proved he was free. The first thing Victor noticed months later was the silence. His phone no longer rang with offers or negotiations. The office he now rented was smaller, the furniture cheaper, the view replaced by a brick wall. He told himself it was temporary. Everything was temporary. When his assistant said a legal firm was waiting for him, unannounced, he assumed the worst, another creditor, another demand. 2 people entered his office, a man with silver hair and a woman carrying a slim black case. Their clothes were understated but unmistakably expensive. "Mr. Hale," the man said. "I represent Elena Morozova." Victor stiffened. "If this is about more money," she signed. "This is not about money," the lawyer interrupted calmly. "At least, not in the way you think." He opened the case and placed several documents on the desk. 3 months ago, Nikolai Morozov passed away, he continued. "You may know the name." Victor felt a chill. Everyone knew the name. "He was my client," the lawyer said. "And Elena Morozova's grandfather." Victor laughed reflexively. "That's impossible. DNA confirmed it years ago," the lawyer replied. At Mr. Morozov's request, the relationship was kept private. He wanted his granddaughter to live an ordinary life. The room seemed to tilt. "Elena is the primary heir," the lawyer said. "The estate is valued in the multi-billion range. Access was delayed until the birth of her child, per the terms of the will." Victor's mouth opened, then closed. "She didn't know," the woman added. "The inheritance was revealed only after the divorce." Victor sank into his chair. Scenes replayed in his mind, Elena's quiet dignity, her lack of argument, the ease with which she had signed. He had mistaken restraint for weakness. "Why are you telling me this?" he asked. "To clarify boundaries," the lawyer said. "Elena has no intention of revisiting the divorce settlement. She is honoring it fully. However, she wants to discuss one matter directly." The door opened. Elena entered, holding a sleeping infant. She looked different, not transformed by luxury, but steadied by certainty. Motherhood suited her in a way Victor hadn't anticipated. "This is your son," she said simply. Victor stood, hands trembling. "Elena, I didn't know. If I had," she shook her head gently. "That's the point." He looked at the child, then back at her. "Are you angry?" "No," she said. "I'm clear." She stepped closer, allowing him a brief look at the baby. "I'm not here to punish you," Elena continued. "You made a choice based on who you thought I was. That matters more than who I turned out to be." Victor swallowed. "Can I be part of his life?" She considered him for a long moment. "Yes," she said, "if you want to be present. Not because of money, not because of regret, because you choose him." She turned to leave. As the door closed behind her, Victor understood the truth with painful precision. The greatest fortune he had lost wasn't measured in billions. It was lost the day he asked a pregnant woman to sign away their future, never imagining she had already inherited the strength to walk away.